Hey you guys, it's Disney Love Anime, and today we are going to be discussing Yashahime episode 6. So, this episode it's getting there, it's getting a little bit better. So, episode starts off with Maroha. They go back to the demon corpse guy, and she brought him back the corpse of the previous demon that they had fought, and basically he doesn't pay her enough. He gives them another job to go and see about the cat problem that they're having in the mountains. So Toa had asked about the dream butterfly, and if you notice his reaction is like really surprised, but it's shown really quickly. Like he is like wondering, like, huh? No, but if I hear about it, I'll let you guys know. So that's suspect. They go ahead and take the job, and of course they did that inuyasha bike scene reference to where Inuyasha would just ride on the handles of Kagome's bike, and Setsuna was riding on the back of it. Setsuna did a lot of like eye closing in this episode, so it makes me wonder, does she like daydream about being asleep, So as they're riding on the bike, this was really weird to me. They had Maroha listening to music, like I guess with the iPod or whatever they listen to over there. So that was really surprising, that she even took technology back to that world and is still working. But who knows? So they're on the bike, they start arguing, and there's this little girl who pops up out of nowhere, and they're about to hit her, but Toa ends up stepping on the brakes, and they just crash into this tree. That scene was a little bit over dramatic for me, because if anyone remembers the Team Rocket, like when Team Rocket like used to get defeated, how they just over dramatically go into the air and then land somewhere. If you look at that scene, like, I don't know, that's just how I feel. But anyway, they ended up meeting the little girl. The little girl's hungry. She's telling them that her mom, basically abandoned her for a cat, and they ended up giving her chips, and she's in love with the chips. So it just reminded me of when Inuyasha first tried the chips from Kagome, and they end up following her to the village. Obviously, when you get to the village is covered in cats, and even Toa for a second is cuddling the cat, and Maroha and Setsuna are annoyed with her because they're like, hey, you can't tell that this is a demon. So Toa finally realizes, like, oh, this might be a demon. And after Maroha kicks it, that was actually pretty funny. Maroha kicked the hell out of that damn cat, so that was cool. Both of them tell her that she lacks the demon smell that she was born with. So they ended up fighting the cats, and that's when they realized that they're ghost cats, basically. Something I thought that was interesting, after they had, it was like a quick little battle, nothing, too over dramatic, with the same techniques that they've been doing. The Crimson Dragon and Setsuna attacking, and Toa doing her energy blade. So nothing too dramatic with the fight scene. But when Toa was telling the little girl bye, I kind of got that little reaction from Setsuna, that she was really annoyed with her. That she was, I don't know, like the way how she looked back and like she was annoyed. I don't know if she annoyed because she's showing her more attention, or is she mad because Toa is so like naive coming into this world, thinking that everything is like sparkles and rainbows. So they ended up going to the mountain, inside the mountain, to where they meet the priest, the Buddhist guy, whatever. And Toa is really fascinated with him, probably being the ancestor of Julian, the pop star singer that's popular in modern day Tokyo. So Setsuna and Maroha kind of tell her, yo, get over it. We're here to do a job. He's probably not the ancestor. Get over it. So this throughout the episode, if you can tell, like the animation starts to get like a little sloppy again. Like you can see like the lines not being drawn as clear, and it just goes back to in and out of being sloppy. So I don't know. But anyway, they ended up staying the night because, of course, something always goes wrong when, they end up staying a night. And sorry, text. Okay. Anyway, they ended up staying the night. And they're in like a little room that he puts them in. And Maruha, Toa gives Maruha the iPod or whatever to let her listen to Julian's music, which she said is not her thing, so I thought that was kind of funny. Toa makes an interesting point, and she asks, what is Maruha saving for? Because it doesn't look like she's spending any of her money. So I thought we would get at least a little hint of, hey, I'm trying to save up so I can figure out what happened to my parents, or I'm trying to save up to something directly related to Inuyasha, but she didn't say anything. She just dismissed the question. So they went to sleep, but apparently it was a part of their strategy to get the demon cats to come out, because the Buddhist had previously said that he had no idea of any Buddhist cats, which is suspect. But there's a part where they're waiting for the demon cats to come out, and Setsuna tells Toa to, relax because your energy is like slipping out, and you're going to ruin the plan. So anyway, they do the plan, and the cats are about to attack because they think the girls are sleeping. Maruha did this really cool thing, trapping the cats in a blanket and cutting them all up. They cut up all the cats. Of course, the Buddhist priest comes back, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on? You guys had cats attack you? Oh, wow, I didn't know that." So obviously he's the demon guy. He ends up telling them that a priestess had sealed a demon underneath the floor. So that made me think about Tsubaki, because I thought this was actually going to go into her because it said a priestess, but who knows. Setsuna and Maruha ended up going outside to find out where the demon remains were, and Toa stays behind just because she feels a little bit attached to the guy because he looks like their pop star in modern day Tokyo. So they find the Setsuna and Maruha find the big demon bones, and of course the cat comes to life. And the monk actually puts up a barrier, but it's a demonic barrier, to keep Toa inside before she finds out who he really is. So he makes a quick statement like, "I'm so glad that you're here to protect me," and then it goes, it's like what they do in the animation with of course, the bad guy looking shady with a smirky little expression. Then he transforms into to a cat demon possessed hybrid, I guess, person. And they find out that he's the one controlling the cats, and he kind of phases with his human spirit pleading for help. So that's when Toa decides that she won't kill him. She's going to try to do everything that she can to help him. And then flashes back to Maruha and Setsuna fighting the big cat demon, which everything they're doing, it's not going away. It's still coming back to life, and every single one of their attacks are pretty pointless at this point. So they realize that, Setsuna realizes that Toa may be in trouble. So I thought this was really cute. And if you go back to, movie 3, Swords of an Honorable Ruler, where sesshomaru had left Inuyasha to deal with the rest of the undead. He was like, Inuyasha, I leave this to you. Then he left to go save Rens and stuff. Setsuna actually does the same thing. She's like, Roha, I leave this to you. And then she just dashes off. And of course, it was the same reaction, like, hey, that's not fair. You shouldn't leave me to do this by myself. So I just thought that was a cute little thing, if they were referencing that. So then we get down to this demon speech that he's the one that took over the monk's body. He took over the monk's body during a prayer service. Something I thought was really weird, Miyoka just pops up, and he talks about Tetsaiga. He says Master Inuyasha could have taken the demon energy if you guys would have Tetsaiga. Moroha says, why would you talk about something that we don't have? So that makes me think, at some point, did she come across Tetsaiga? I don't know, like, the way how she just dismisses the parents, like she dismisses Kagome, she dismisses Inuyasha. I'm not sure, is it going to go down to it to where she hates them to a certain extent? Because in her character bio, it says that she doesn't really know her parents. I'm not sure. So she just like pretty much dismissed the question, and I don't know, hopefully we get some type of clue to where the hell Inuyasha and Kagome are. But basically, Setsuna wants to go ahead and end up killing the monk and stuff, but Toa's very adamant about saving him, and she thinks that she can separate him from the demonic energy that possesses him. So Toa's pearl begins to glow, and she actually uses her sword to trap the demonic energy, which I thought was actually pretty cool, because Toa, I think she will be stronger than Setsuna. I don't know. As naive as she is with her powers, like, it does come to her naturally when she, puts her mind to it. So they ended up sealing the demonic energy inside the sword, and the Buddhist guy is free. So Miyoka says, I would expect nothing less from the daughter of sesshomaru. And Moroha says, she did it she could have done it with more cold-heartedness. So I think Moroha at some point did meet sesshomaru, because how would she know that he's, cold-hearted? They end up taking the remains, and the Buddhist monk ends up having another prayer service, and it's like, dude, you just got fucking possessed. Why would you have another prayer service? But I get it. I mean, he was just sealed, but still. Toa begs him to become the ancestor for the pop star Julian, so I thought that was kind of funny again. Then it flashes back to the demon corpse stealer, and of course he's stiffing Moroha again with payment. So overall, this was an okay episode. Next week's episode, we get to learn more about the four demons, the four peril demons or whatever. It shows that demon who's controlled, like the lady demon who's controlling one of the pearls. So that shady looking guy who was in the cover art, we get to see him with the short haircut. We get to see him, and I think they're going to be fighting in like a snowy area. Cause I think his power controls like water or something like that. So we'll see, and hopefully get into it more with what happened to sesshomaru and what's going on. Because if they're going to be talking about the four demons of peril, I'm pretty sure that they'll mention Corinne and all other types of stuff like that. So overall, like I said, this episode was okay. I thought it was originally going to be a filler episode, and I was going to be pissed off, but it was okay. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts and what you expect for next week, and I will see you guys next Saturday.